up, everybody, and welcome to a new video on my channel. Yes, I do have wine in hand right now because you know what? Some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about today, Lord knows, I'm going to need it. But first, I do need to address something very important. They have a new intro, and it's ridiculous.
What's up, guys?
I don't have words, but what I do have is the fact that I think I can do it better. You guys want to see? Do you think I can do it better? Let's find out. Alright, hey, you know what? When there's talent around you, you just have to acknowledge it. That was badass. So the primary focus of today's video is not WWJD, what would Jesus do? It's WJWM. Would Jesus wear masks? I don't know. I feel like this is some high quality educational content that we absolutely must discuss. How does one avoid WJWM? I challenge all of you right now to tweet at me, at Jacqueline Glenn, with your reasons and use hashtag WJWM so we can have this intellectual discussion on multiple platforms, because you know what? It needs more attention, damn it. By the way, love to see that they have ads in their videos. I constantly get demonetized. I've made a few videos now about COVID and related things and making fun of the doctor who thought that there was some kind of demon sperm out there. Like, I talk about all the things, and all of them, every single one, get demonetized because I get flagged for spreading information that could cause harm. Even though I'm making fun of that information, I'm still spreading the negative messages of the demon sperm, so I get demonetized. So how in the hell do Paul and Morgan get to post a video talking about how face masks, you should just not wear them? They're not big believers in it. Big believers in Jesus, but not in face masks. But hey, you know what? Here we go. Let's just throw some more ads at that. YouTube, what's the deal? What's the deal, huh? So we're gonna get into this. But first, speaking of demonetization, I would love to tell you that this video, as are most of my Paul and Morgan videos, is sponsored by Adam and Eve. Make sure you go to adamandeve.com. I just did an unboxing. The link to that is in the description below. They sent me a lot of amazing, adorable things, so make sure you click and watch it. And if you do go to adamandeve.com, use my name, Jacqueline, Jaclyn, as a code at checkout for 50% off any one item and free shipping, which is an amazing deal. I absolutely love Adam and Eve. They support me, I support them. I get so many products from them, and don't worry, I'm putting them to good use. Jesus don't mind either. And also, before we get into the meat of their video, see what I did there? Before I found this video of Paul and Morgan discussing this topic, which is high in demand, granted, I saw something else recommended to me that said it was the end of their channel. Their videos are done. They're done. The channel's gonna be gone, and I was so sad until I went to their channel and saw that they had uploaded several times since then, and the most recent at the time being, would Jesus wear a mask? The end of the channel thing was clickbait, by the way. They were basically just saying, we're taking our channel in other directions. We're gonna be discussing other topics. Politics happens to be one that they've landed on.
I think that Trump is gonna win. Trump and Pence are gonna win. They're gonna win big. It's gonna be big.
The premise of their video is that they're very much Trumpers. And you know what? Be what you will. The issue here with Paul and Morgan is that when they do discuss these things, they're so toxic with it. And politics aside, man, they talk about masks and whew.
I'm Paul.
I'm Morgan.
In today's video, we're talking about, would Jesus wear a mask?
WJWM.
But it's a very relevant question.
Yes, very relevant, highly sought after answers coming in this video. Everyone wants to know.
We have a clip from a recent Marcus Rogers video that we need to discuss because he's tackling it a little bit.
Do I smell new content in the future? Let me know.
There's no way in the world Jesus would walk around wearing a mask. He was literally touching lepers. And so the wisdom of that time was what? The lepers had to be cast out. They had to be isolated.
To be fair, that is the first argument I would have brought up if I were on their side, that Jesus did not hesitate or shy away from being around people who were ill. The difference here is that these people, as he said, were cast out of society. This coronavirus is not that. We don't have like a section that we just outcast everyone to. We self-quarantine if we're sick with a highly contagious virus that could kill people. We quarantine for 2 weeks. But there's a big difference between going to people that are ill to help them, which by the way is still happening today. We still have doctors and nurses treating people. It's not like that's not happening. We're just not shoving these people off to go die. We're doing social distancing. We're all trying to stay away from each other even though we're healthy. This is not a situation where there's an outcast group and then everybody else is just chilling. Masks are used to protect people. Like, what?
Here's the question. Would you bash Jesus for not wearing a mask because he wouldn't wear a mask?
You're asking me? Yeah, I'd be frustrated. We're not saying cast people out, isolate people forever and just let them die. We're saying healthy or not, keep a mask on so that more people don't die. I really don't see how it's that big of an inconvenience for people to wear a little cloth, a little piece of fabric over their face while they go to the damn grocery store. Get over yourself. Yeah, well, Jesus wouldn't wear a mask, so why should I? If you're a Christian and you would judge Jesus for wearing a mask, what kind of person are you really even?
He's very confident that Jesus would not wear a mask.
He said it, and then he really kind of went after Christians at the end. What did he say? Like, would the Christians be mad, angry at Jesus for not wearing a mask?
Yeah, would you be bashing Jesus for not wearing a mask?
Yeah, I freaking would be. And you want to know what? Want to know who else was against wearing masks and who made a lot of statements against it? Trump.
I don't wear a mask like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. He walks onto the stage wearing this massive mask. There's nobody on the stage. He's got the largest mask I think I've ever seen. There's no reason for him to have masks on. He comes up with a mask. He's like 100 yards from the nearest human being. He's got a mask. I've never seen a man that liked a mask. Joe feels very safe in a mask. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to expose his face. Did you ever see a man that likes a mask as much as him? What the hell did he spend all that money on the plastic surgery if he's going to cover it up with a mask?
Look where he is now. He has coronavirus. So what now, huh? What? You gonna say it's just fake? It's fake science, fake news and fake science. Real karma. Hold on a second. Support our wedding and support wearing masks. Jesus Christ would wear a fucking mask. That was probably really loud. I'm sorry. Everyone's getting tested, and those people who are coming, we're all like doing the social distancing thing. Tables are far away. We're trying to make it work the best we can, and we have custom little wedding masks. It says Jacqueline, Hart, David with 10, 18, 20 on it, our wedding date. So we have these lovely masks, and since we have extras, I'll put them on the website, ffvmerch.com. We also have other masks on there with our logos and stuff, so all the masks on FFV.
Would you be bashing Jesus for not wearing a mask? And it's like, yeah,
some would. Some definitely would.
I mean, when Jesus was on this earth walking around, he was getting bashed for going to the people who had the coronavirus.
No, he was getting, the coronavirus. He was going to people that had leprosy. That actually is not all that contagious. Also, let's not forget to mention, this is Jesus Christ we're talking about, right? He's got like all the miracles and shit. He can heal people. You really think Jesus would contract something and spread it and not give a shit if people were dying? He went out of his way to heal people. I just don't you think the God gene in his blood or something would prevent him from contracting a deadly virus that he would then spread to thousands of people? For some reason, I just feel like the whole God element of him might protect from that.
I feel like the main thing that I've heard about why we should wear a mask, people are like, even if the mask doesn't work at all, if it makes one person feel safer, then we should wear it, because that is being compassionate and loving.
What? That is the main thing you've heard. Of all the things people have said about protecting yourself from coronavirus and wearing a mask, the main thing you heard is you should wear it because people will see that you're wearing it and that will just make their mental health better. They'll just be more comfortable in public spaces. That's the main thing you're hearing. It's not that it prevents the spread of a disease that can kill people. That's not the main thing she's hearing. It's just that, you want to make people around you comfortable.
And my thought is, how many times did Jesus do things to make
everyone feel comfortable? Dude, Jesus was, I think if you looked at it through any of the Gospels, he was making people uncomfortable.
It's so easy to defeat an argument when you set up a shitty one to counter. We doing the straw man thing right now? Are we trying to defeat the argument that we shouldn't? God, are we seriously trying to make the argument that we shouldn't wear masks because the only reason we're supposed to do it is that people are just uncomfortable if we don't, and that's just not a good enough reason? Is that really where this is going? It is. That's where it's going.
If Jesus were alive today and the state law said you have to wear a mask to go into Walmart or Kroger, would Jesus have done that? Yeah. It's tough.
Oof, yeah. Tough question. We need to ponder.
Because that's kind of where, like, even though have some opinions on the masks and we're not big fans, we typically, unless we're feeling really convicted and bold, we typically will wear them into a Walmart or a Kroger.
Oh my God. We're not big fans of wearing masks, Not really big fans, but I guess. Unless we're feeling really strong and bold and empowered and great about ourselves, then maybe we will stand up against the evil that is the tiny cloth face mask, and we'll just be ourselves. We'll be so bold and empowered walking through Walmart, not wearing a mask like a jackass.
Yeah.
We may dip them below the nose or whatever.
Oh wow, great. And even if we do, we'll just wear them kind of shitty so that we're still able to spread the virus. We don't want to prevent it entirely.
But I don't know. It's one thing for a store specifically to say, like, hey, please wear a mask in our store. It's another thing for the government to say, like, wear the mask, you must submit, you must obey. Like, okay.
Do you wear a seatbelt? Do you feel like the government is forcing you to obey their strict fucking dictatorship of a law that you must wear a seatbelt or else? Do you feel personally oppressed and triggered, Karen, when you have to wear a seatbelt? Is this the Paul and Karen show?
I think it's interesting, like, we listen to our scientists and our governor and our president, whoever, and like they tell us these things and we have to listen to them because these are the people who like know the most, right?
Science.
I mean, about the virus, yeah, I would say scientists know the most. I would leave Trump out of that, though.
What did Jesus say to the Pharisees? He said, you guys don't have the interests of God. You guys are following rules made by man.
I mean, so again, I'm gonna have to go back to the seatbelt thing. Like, that's a man-made rule, right? Why then do you comply? I mean, if it's God's will that you get in a car crash and die, or that you kill somebody else because they weren't wearing a seatbelt when you crashed into them, then, so be it. If it's God's will, right? It's God's will. Don't wear a mask. If I spread a virus and it kills Tommy's grandma, then that's just kind of how it has to be.
What do these scientists of the CDC, the WHO, of Fauci, like all those people who are putting out this information, what are their interests?
Well, I think Fauci's primary interest is to stop the spread of a virus, and it has been for a long time, and no one really wants to listen or give a shit. So the virus keeps spreading and people keep dying, but who knows what his true intentions really are, so might as well ignore what he has to say, right?
As you guys know, Morgan and I are not experts. We're not.
It's true.
Really? Oh my God, this entire time I thought y'all were just speaking from a highly intellectual standpoint when you said you didn't believe in wearing masks, but I'm glad that I know better now.
Go ahead and just comment below, you guys. What do you think? Would Jesus wear a mask? I genuinely want answers from Christians. I love all of you. I love the atheists that watch our video. But I would be curious, like, Christians, what do you think here?
Oh, I feel so left out and excluded. I think everybody from my video should go comment their thoughts on this video because they don't want to hear what you have to say. Unless you are a Christian on my channel that disagrees with them, then they probably honestly still don't want to hear what you have to say.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
It's Hanny.
Hannah, would Jesus wear a mask?
Okay, their friend is there. What do you guys think she's going to say? Any predictions?
I would say Jesus came to break all of the cultural norms. He literally called people, like, I don't want to say names, but like he called people out. So I don't know, like, you're literally covering the things that God gave you to breathe with.
I can't even respond. I'm like at the point where I can't even, like, literally, I can't even. You can't cover the face. My God. You can't cover the face that God gave you to breathe with, you guys. I am so anti-God right now because he gave me this face to breathe with. Damn it.
So
Hannah Janelle Williamson, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know. That's it.
Give this video a thumbs up if you appreciated us asking this question, if it made you think a little bit.
No, it didn't make me think a little bit. I think it actually permanently impaired my ability to think at all. And just as I feel like I'm losing hope entirely in humanity, I scrolled through their comments and just bless your little hearts. This is a screenshot that I did not even cut out individual comments from. They were just all in a row. Very hilarious to me. What difference does it make? Why does it have to be political or religious for people? It's a tiny piece of fabric that you have to wear for 20 minutes in a store. You two don't have jobs where you need to wear masks in public for long periods of time, so is it really an inconvenience for you? Wearing a mask is first world problems. Amen, and I like your cat picture. Hannah says, I'm fully confident he would, not for his sake, but out of love for others. Love others as yourself. He also teaches us to respect governing authorities. Jesus wouldn't downplay the seriousness of this. He would be an example of how to best display love for others during this time. I mean, these are all so good. So by saying that Jesus wouldn't wear a mask and people shouldn't be bashing him for wearing a mask, are you insinuating you should be treated like Jesus? How highly you think of yourselves. Jesus got up close to lepers because he was the Son of God and did not have to fear about contracting and spreading leprosy because he was a healer. So let's not live by what Jesus himself would do, since none of us are the Son of God, but rather what he would want us lay people to do. He would want us to protect our neighbors. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Jesus also walked on water, but I don't see you guys walking into the ocean. Maybe sometimes we should do what is best for our bodies and those vulnerable people, despite what the Son of God would have done. This is such a sad perspective. Masks are to protect others. How do you guys find a way to make everything about you? I mean, I think that's pretty funny. I'm thankful that at least people who watched their terrible video had enough insight to know that it was all really bad advice. I'm just in shock that they posted this video. Like, I can't believe, like, listen, religion aside, this is just next level bad advice. So I know they asked you to go like their video, but I'm gonna say like this video if you did. They actually help a lot in the algorithm, so if you do that, it helps me. Also, YouTube demonetizes everything that I freaking post, so I thank you all from the bottom of my tiny little black atheist heart for supporting me on Patreon, patreon.com/Jacqueline. Also, I'm gonna ask you guys, since I am getting married in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks by the time this video comes out, to follow me on my second YouTube channel, youtube.com/JacquelineVlogs. We're gonna be posting a lot of really fun videos on that channel. All of our Europe tour vlogs are coming out, and the proposal vlog, which is where David talks about how he's gonna propose, shows him proposing, it shows him calling my dad and my mom asking for permission. It is very emotional. So I suggest that you subscribe to that channel and watch all of those videos coming out. Also, on this channel, we will be live streaming our wedding on October 18th, so I hope to see you guys there. Thanks to all of you who are supporting us and sending stuff to our registry and liking our videos and following us. It really does mean so much. And again, thank you to those of you who are going to ffvmerch.com and getting merch. Like I said, we have lots of these left over, lots of extras of these that will be left over. So if you want to grab one, they're pretty cute. And don't have a drink if you're of legal drinking age, because this video was a lot to mentally process. Your cognitive impairment after having watched even my video commenting on it must be severely affected, so might as well make it, you know, a little bit more tolerable while you can. Thanks again for watching. You guys are amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!